Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Point Fighter Live. I'm Alex Reyes, and we got another awesome show today. We're gonna be interviewing Craig Harrington, all the way from across the pond from Europe. Okay, so he won the WKC Aberdeen Open this past weekend, Malcolm Evans event, and it was a great event. We're gonna talk a little bit about the event as well, as this is the post show for that event as well. So we're gonna interview Craig, and we're going to talk some sport karate. Give us some likes, give us some comments, give us some share. If you have any questions for Craig, let us know right now. If you want to share it, I'm about to share it right now. I'm about to give us some power. So give us some power too. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you're going to have a great, it's Friday. That's it. The weekend is here. We're talking some sport karate, and I'm going to share it right now. That's what I'm doing. There you go. You know I'm a monster with the sharing. All right, that share button. Okay, so before we bring them on, we're just going to talk a little bit about some events that are coming up, some Point Fighter events, all right, and some sponsors. We had great interviews this week. This is my fourth interview this week. We had Joey Castro on a few days ago. If you guys want to get on the page and get the notifications, right? So when we come on, we have a bunch of live streams now. Every weekend, we're pretty much have a tournament that we're covering. So you get a lot on the page. We got a lot of segments. We got like the caption, this segment that we just started. Robbie was on the show. Make sure you check that show out. We have Brett Ford, the Arkansas Open, and Point Fighter approved events, guys. That's what it's all about, getting that exposure and the coverage out to the athletes. And that's really what Point Fighter is all about is, there's a lot of great fighters, a lot of great athletes, a lot of great tournaments, and we're here to cover it. Okay. All right. So this weekend out there in Europe, we got the British Open Championship. That's May 6th, Del Sampson. We're going to be streaming from there as well. That's going to be a great event. It's packed as WKU. Next weekend, we got 3 tournaments. We got Acapulco, the NMAC. It's NMAC Elite Challenge with 750 to the open weight. They got a bunch of prize money. Make sure my team is going to be there as well competing. So check that out there in Mexico. If you're out there in Mexico, you're going to get that exposure on Point Fighter Live. Next weekend, we also got 2 tournaments in South Florida, Kick USA and Blitz Rated down here. My man, John Cardona in West Palm Beach. That's another Point Fighter approved event. The Masters, we're going to do a preview show on this later on tonight with my dad. Manny Ray Sr. is going to come on, and we're going to do a preview show on this tournament. $2,500 in prize money in Miami, Florida. Great event. Infinity Nationals up there in Wisconsin. Awesome tournament. Jeff Orlowski, Mike Watts. We're going to be doing preview shows on all these tournaments for next week coming up in the next few days. So stick around for that. So we got my man Craig coming on. He won the tournament. The tournament was huge. Like I heard there was like 1,000 people there. So shout out to Malcolm. Great tournament. He, customer service, guys. He had the great awards, the beautiful medals, prize money, great. So we're gonna bring him on. All right. Oh, we got one more tournament I do want to talk about before, since we're out in Europe. Let's see if I can find it here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's the battle. The next tournament after this weekend, it's gonna be the battle, the German Open, right? The Battle of Hunchwerk, I think, right? That's a German word, but that's WKU rated. And my man Harold, we're working with the WKU a lot. A lot of events are gonna be Point Fighter approved with the WKU. So shout out to him. All right, so here we go. You guys are ready? Let's bring the man on, Craig. Yeah. Hey, Craig, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going? You're right.
Awesome, man. Welcome to Point Fighter Live. And congratulations on your win last weekend at the Scotland Open. I mean, at the Aberdeen Open, right, in Scotland. How was it? How was the tournament? How'd you enjoy it?
It was really good, really well organized. Yeah, good attendance as well. There was a lot of people there, a lot of good people. So yeah, we had
Yeah.
a great time. We had a really good time. My whole team had a great time as well, which was kind of one of the things that benefit us the most as well, really. Sorry, I'm just fidgeting.
For sure. No, yeah. So you brought your team out there as well, too, right? You
Yeah.
brought your team. How did they do? They did pretty good.
Yeah, it did well. Yeah, we had a couple of golds, and like I said, it was a really really good standard. There was packed divisions with the kids, and yeah, it was really really good fun. And yeah, we'll be back next year. Malcolm's just the nicest guy, so
Yeah,
you know
Malcolm,
you're gonna get a good you're gonna get a good day
Malcolm
with
is a
him.
great dude. Yeah, for sure. Hey, so it's WKC rated. It's what this tournament also a qualifier for the
Um,
team for like Scotland, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was it was a qualifier for their Scottish team, but I think it was also a qualifier for the Pan American.
Oh yeah, for the Pan American, that's gonna be in
Yeah,
Guatemala, right?
yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Next year, Luis. Moralitos, right? And yeah, that's great. It's pretty cool that they had that international competition. And man, they had a lot of people. I'm hearing that they had like 1,000 competitors.
Yeah, it
So
must have been. Yeah, it was packed. It was really busy. It was a nice venue as well, though. It had enough space, but it wasn't too
yeah,
big and it wasn't too small. The venue it was perfect for the amount of people. So
I kind of like how it had like it was dark and then the lights shining kind
yeah,
of on the
yeah,
ring.
that was good. Yeah,
That's kind of like it was like a stage in every rink almost.
yeah, that's what it felt like. It was that was awesome.
Right? That's a pretty cool look right there. I mean, I never seen that before. That was very cool. So yeah, we're just gonna go check out some of the winners as well from the event. This was the woman's winner, I think, right? And I had her name written down. You don't know who her name is, right? Do you know?
I don't know that girl. Natasha Baldwin won the women's.
Oh yeah, Natasha, right? Yeah, I think I have Natasha here too. Yeah, this is the juniors, and hey, you have Jody coming in today, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Jody,
Yeah.
Jody tension experience.
That's right. He got me coming in, man. I'm
What's
here
up?
right now.
Hey,
I'm here
Jody.
with my man. See, when anything happens when you with my man Craig, you could become a unicorn. This is the magic man. This is the magic man right here. All right?
Hey.
When magic, we get together, magic happens, man. See, I'm just finding out about this dude. I knew about this dude years ago, but the magical unicorn.
Hey,
Man,
Jody.
take over. This is about him. It's your interview, my brother. It's your turn. It's about him and your business, man. None of your business, man. It's your turn, champ. Go ahead, champ. Tell him how you got busy, champ. Tell him let the magic unicorn endorse you. Do your thing, champ.
Hey, Jody. Hey, Jody. What's up with that? What? That's a unicorn?
That's
a
a magical unicorn, man. What's wrong with you? Anything can happen.
It
You
kinda
gotta
looks-
believe, brother.
It kind of looks like an ice cream cone.
Listen, it's the magical unicorn. It's all about perception, baby. All
Yeah.
about perception.
Hey, tell me something about Craig. Like, have you been seeing compete for a long time? He brings
Hey,
you
listen,
in.
listen.
And
This
some
is
are
honest,
give us.
this is honest. Honestly, this guy's always been technically correct, talented. You know, he's a kicker. So you know, especially in the UK, a lot of times, they got kickers over here, but there's more punching guys around here, right? So he's always, to me, he never really fought like he was from over here. So he always had a great leg.
Yeah.
Always fought well. It was always a pleasure watching him. It's just, I think that his confidence is getting up more, and he's out here, he's competing more, he's staying more active. So things are going to happen for this guy. I think so.
That's great, bro. That's great. Hey, Craig, and you're coming out to the United States, I heard, to the Battle of Atlanta. That's great. With the crossing over. I always like to see when Americans go out there, North Americans go out there, and Europeans come out here. Jody, what do you think that helps you as a fighter with, going back and forth and fighting in different countries?
Well, of course, when you listen, as you see, I'm coming back from the magical land of unicorns.
Yeah.
I understand the crossover. I understand the effect of the crossover, but I think that it makes you well-rounded. It allows you to adapt, regardless of the rules. You're gonna run into different fighters that fight different ways, and it's just gonna, as a fighter, it's just gonna make you more seasoned, and you'll be able to fight. You'll be able to take your talent on the road, opposed to just fighting where you got to rely on the jab to the body or a 2-point kick.
Yeah.
Right? So you're able to take your show on the road and be successful wherever he may go, or any fighter may go. So I think that's him doing what he's supposed to do, to become the best Craig that he can become.
I remember.
And I hope that you're taking me serious, even though I got this unicorn.
No, I'm taking you serious. When you talk, I listen. You could be wearing a tutu of you, and I'll still be taking you serious.
He's wearing one of those as well. You just
Hey, Jody, like from experience and maybe advice to Craig and to anybody out there, like I always felt like maybe if you travel to international, right, like and you win, that's one of the toughest things to do, right? Because, you know, a lot of times when you travel, you know, to another country, that country, they're gonna have that home cooking hometown advantage. How do you conquer that, man? How do you get past that to make the judges fair? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you go there and they kind of want to beat you. You know, the Jody Tension's coming. We want to beat them. You know, we want to get that win over here. Like, do you think about that at all? I mean, does it happen, or the cause, from your experience, are the cause pretty much fair, or is that something that people just think that happens, that they go there and then maybe they get, you know, it's harder to win, or like, you know, give us your experience.
Well, there's two ways of doing that real fast, because I don't want to eat up Craig's interview, because it's your time to shine, unicorn. No, you're gonna do this by yourself. Boy.
No, I got a bunch of questions for Craig.
What I would say is that it sometimes it's twofold, because see, sometimes it can benefit you, especially if the promoter flies you in. Sometimes he flies you in because he wants to showcase your talent to the world, and sometimes he flies you in because he wants you to lose. Right, so it doesn't always mean because you're there to be celebrated. Sometimes you're there to have the target on your back. Sometimes, so, but what I think is that when you show your skill set, and as you go on in the matches, the judges start expecting you. Like if you win your first 2 or 3 matches, you just dominate. Then you start winning them over. Like, man, this dude is good.
Yeah.
Then you start getting that, man. This dude. So because the judges are biased, they have their own opinions, and so when you start fighting and just getting busy, and then they just like, wow, this guy's good, and then you kind of get on that stage against their star, they even if it may be a little bit tipping towards the home guy, it's more even now. Instead of it being 70-30, it's more 60-55, 45 kind of thing like that. So you can absolutely win the judges over. And the other thing is, don't be a jerk. If you just come in there, you get busy, you stay humble, you smile, you shake hands, you kiss babies, they'll be like, man, this dude is all right. And they kind of want to judge you fairly.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. That's
true. You go there being arrogant, they're going to be like, nah, bump you.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true. Hey, another legend said good advice right here too. Ronald Brady. You never rely on the judges. That's true.
Ronald Brady been ducking me for a long time.
Ronald
Brady, you've been ducking me for a long time, Ronald Brady. I want to interview Ronald Brady. Let's do it, Alex. I want to interview Ronald Brady on your show.
Let's do it. And I would like to see Ronald do a seminar somewhere too. That would be good too.
I see you trying to, okay. Okay. I see what you're trying to do here. TCK Winter Camp at December. The Magic Unicorn is out. Gary Gnu. There is no news like good news. Handle your business, champ. You up, my G. My G.
Hey, Craig. So how long have you been doing this for, man? You have your own school, right? And your team, right? How long have you been doing martial arts for?
I've been doing it for 13 years this year, I think. Yeah, I started when I was 15. So I'd started later than I probably would have wanted to, really looking back. But 13 years coming up. So
nice. And then and 13 years, and you've had your school open for 6 years, and your team actively competes too, right? Your team actively competes.
Yeah. I take my guys everywhere, really, everywhere I can get them in. That's why I compete so much, because we're trying to get them on the circuit. So if I'm there, I'm going to do it as well normally. So
right
on the sidelines. So.
Right. Hey, so also, oh man, my phone's ringing. Sorry about that, but I forgot to put it on silent. Hey guys, so Craig. So yeah, you like to compete on different circuits, right? There's a lot of people that they just stick to one circuit, right? Like they just stick to one. What benefits do you see in competing in multiple circuits and not just being in just one league and that's it?
It's obviously you get to fight different people. That's the main thing. I try and fight everybody. I don't want to if I go to competition, I'm going to try and fight in as many divisions as I can, and try and get to everybody. Because like you said, if people just do one, then I don't always get the opportunity to fight certain people in my group. So I'm just trying to get around as much as I can and fight everybody.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And now you're coming out here to the U.S. and the Battle of Atlanta. That's going to be great. That's going to be great. I always love the crossover. That always, whenever Americans go over to the Europe and they win there, I think it adds to your prestige and your name.
Yeah.
And then when Europeans come here, and they win, it adds to their name too. That's something now that you have to do, I think, to be considered a top guy. You
Yeah.
know, so I love that you're coming out here and competing out here too. So yeah, man. Hey, so you're a kicker, right? And it's in Europe. I know in Europe it's really hard. It's harder for kickers because the ring is bigger over there, right? It's bigger
Yeah.
and in
As
the
far as I
US,
know, yeah.
like the rings are bigger. Like the dimensions, I think it's like 8x7x7 or 8x8. The mats, right?
7x7.
7x7, which that's a big difference if you think about it. Because here in that's something that you're gonna have to deal with when you come over here. Like you may benefit from that. You know,
Yeah.
kind of like Roman. Roman, he comes and he kicks the ring smaller. He connects.
I hate chasing people. It'd be better for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be better for you. So that's gonna be good. Now now you've competed also in the WKC. Have you competed in any world
I
champ?
did a couple of years ago. Yeah.
You
2
did
years ago.
a couple of years ago. Yeah. So what are your goals? What are some of your goals that you have for in the future in sport karate? Like, what are your main goals?
Well, my team's we're sticking with WKC for world events. So,
Yeah.
like I said, domestically I'll fight pretty much anything, but for world championships, my team will only compete WKC now. I just like the setup and the people and everything like that is good, and the competition. So obviously fighting all the good American guys is something I want to do. So, I'd like to win the gold this year if I can.
That's great, bro. That's great. That's awesome. How about as far as like a team, a national team, or does in Europe? In Europe, I don't really see that too much, right? There's not like out here. There's like, you know, my team, and there's like I see in Europe, it's more like school teams, right? Is that what it's about? Like they don't have like the national teams that go out and get people from different schools. It's usually like that, or the not just from school but from that country. Like you have Hungary team, the team from Hungary, Germany. Like I wonder why that happens. Like, well, why do you think it's different like that out there than here? That's weird.
There's just no.
I just thought about that now.
Yeah, I mean, other than top 10, in terms of maybe SAP, but in terms of sponsorship here, there isn't like dedicated teams with sponsorship. So most people would rather wear their own, I guess, sell their own team rather than, you know. So there isn't really much in the way of sponsorship at all. Like, we've had a few. Like we had an Adidas team a few years ago, but nothing seems to stick here. I mean, top 10 is definitely by far the most.
Yeah, top 10 sponsors a lot of people. Yeah, top 10 sponsors. You're right.
Other than that,
but even with that, it's like, but when you were a top 10, was it top 10 like a country for top 10 or?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's always as far.
So top 10 kind of sponsors multiple teams, but like in countries, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's true.
It would be cool to see a team like with someone from this country, that country. That would be cool, like a mixed team. That would be cool. Something that could happen out there. Like that's common over here in the US, but that's pretty cool. Hey, that's good. If you guys have any questions for Craig, bring them on. Alex Digman, he's a regular on the show. Great dude. He's asking if there's any specific fighters that you want to beat. Is there someone on your hit list? That's a tough one right there. Right?
I'm not really sure. Like you said earlier, it's like I'm fighting in so many different like associations. I'm trying to get to everybody, but I mean, already this year I fought most of the people that I intended to compete against, and I've got the results I've wanted so far. So yeah, I'm kind of. I think the person who wins my weight division at the Worlds would be Chris Gorham. So if anyone beat anyone, it would have to be him because he wins my weight division every year. So.
Oh yeah. So that's good. There you go.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but
he's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. But that's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. Yeah. That's a great goal right there. So yeah, man. So what's the next tournament you're gonna go to? It's the battle, or you got any tournaments out there?
We're doing the WKU British Open on Sunday.
Oh, okay. You're gonna do that too. Nice. All right. Wow. Wow. So the one that the Dell one, the British Open one.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So we're gonna get to see you again fighting at that one. That's gonna be a great event as well. That's awesome, man. So if you win that one, it'll be back to back. Back to back point fighter events. So
Yeah.
that's good. Is there any fighters that there's going to be different fighters there that were at the last tournament, right? It'll probably be different,
Yeah.
different competitors. So that's awesome. That's really good. Yeah, man. So if anybody else has any questions out there, let us know. If not, then that's it. We're gonna be done with the show. Congratulations again on your win, and congratulations to Malcolm. Anybody out there that's I know Jotty's at your school today, right? He's out there in the European tour, right? He's got the tour going on, right? So anybody, I don't know if there's still space. I think it's all booked up, but for the future, you guys want to use them, get them in there for the seminars. Jotty Tension is the man. And hey, how do you feel that? I got a question about that. How do you think those, because you've had seminars, like, do you, like, to anybody out there, because I know there's a lot of people that don't have that open mind with there's a lot of egos in the sport. Like, you know, how much do you believe in bringing people like champions? You know, how much does that help? How much does that help you towards your fighting now? You think it's good to have, right? It's good for everybody.
I feel like you've got to expose yourself to every successful person you meet. Really, like you can. I feel like you can take things like, especially obviously with the competing, but I try and take things off everybody. Anyone's successful, I'm listening. So, like, I think it's important that you get these top guys over if you can, you know. And like I said, I try and get as much out of Jotty as I possibly can, and I'm lucky that he's always there to give.
One of the things that I love about Jotty is that because I've been to 2 of his seminars before. A Digman says that they want to see you guys sparring. Is that actually Jotty spars everybody when he does the seminars that he's done that I've been to. He spars with everybody and he gives that personal attention to everybody. So that's really good. So for sure, Alex, of course, he's gonna fight Jotty. You know, but now whether that comes out on video or not, then that's
we'll see.
I know at the TCK camp, Jotty and Trevor and Raymond were there. I would have paid money to see all those guys fight again. But yeah, man. Hey, congratulations again. Thanks for coming on. And that's it. Good luck this weekend at the next tournament. All right. Can we get the unicorn one more time? Can I say, is Jotty?
I don't know if he's just grabbing it.
Okay. Yes, sir. Hey, Jotty, thanks for coming on, man, and good work out there. Good work spreading the knowledge.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having my guy on there. I appreciate the spotlight, the love, the endorsement. Don't look at my eyes like that, man. Don't do that, man. So the Magical Unicorn wishes all of you much success. And the Jotty Tension seminar is officially booked all the way to August. Follow me.
Woo, that's power right there.
Yes, sir.
Power.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Sir.
Boom. There we go. Power,
man. Power.